Good morning. What up, War? How's it going? I'm starting definitely way later than I wanted to. But that's fine. I just felt so tired these past 2 days. I mean, I do know why. Just cause like a lot of working lately, like a lot of working. But nice. Yeah, I didn't stream at all yesterday because yeah, I got home from work yesterday and I was like, I'm exhausted. And then I realized that I have not been like really sleeping well these past few days. But that is purely because I finally got to do laundry. I finally actually got to do laundry for like my sheets since I was sick. And I've essentially been sleeping because I just forget about them. I've been sleeping without sheets and blankets for a few, like 4 or 5 days now. Because they got cleaned and then somehow they got dirty again. So they had to get re-washed. And I'm like, well, that's fun.
I'll scout ahead.
But, you know, it is what it is. Like the nap I took right when I got home from work. I feel good. I feel refreshed. I feel nice. Also, today was supposed to be a whatever it's called sort of day. It was supposed to be a Buried Stars Day today. No. The short answer to that question is no. I'm gonna be honest, I've been having a hard time enjoying Buried Stars, and I think that's why I've not like finished it as quick as I usually do with visual novel games. And it's not, I don't think the game is like bad per se, but I feel like I'm so genre savvy when it comes to some visual novel games that it's very predictable to me. Oops. I keep hitting right the bumpers to try to change that. But I think I've just not been like, there was the first ending that happened, and that was pretty cool. And then
we're way behind schedule.
And then everything else in that game has been so predictable that it's, which I mean, I want to talk about it for a bit. I know this is Genshin, but I want to talk about Buried Stars. I think Buried Stars is a great game. Story-wise, if you like haven't played any visual novels before, but like all of my predictions in the game are just more hopes. It's like I hope it goes this way because that would be super cool. But it just never happens because it's just the predictable nature of it. Though what, like one twist recently, the most recent stream, I got completely wrong, which I was like, oh cool, that's nice. And then what actually happened though was more of a letdown, if anything. So yeah. I've been having such a hard time trying to enjoy that game. Oops. So, what up, Soups? How's it going? I think that's why I'm also looking forward to just doing DVD later tonight once I finish some stuff. You know what? I don't even need to use Amber anymore. Because Inazuma Yeah, why not? Goes well, that's good to hear. But yeah, we still will probably play Buried Stars tomorrow. We'll get there. I might just delay more Buried Star stuff just because I'm not like it. I hope it's changes stuff up. You pre-order the Fire Emblem game? I can pre-order the Fire Emblem game too. I actually found out that I have like $200 of Steam gift cards and like $100 of whatever it's called gift card, Nintendo eShop from gift cards. I found out I was cleaning my room, just like my closet and everything, and there are so many gift cards that I've just never used. I had gift cards for Quiznos, and Quiznos doesn't even exist anymore. So that's fun. What do I want to do? Let me just kind of figure. So I need to complete leyline challenges. That is something that I do need to do. I just realized I hope things are not super quiet for you guys. For me, this is hella quiet. So, God, my nose. There we go. Also, everyone at my work has been sick lately, which is not fun. So. People just be joining random worlds. What do I want to do? I could get more Mora. That's an option. Actually, Soups, are you on Genshin right now? What's my mail? Spices from the West event ending. That's fine.
All right.
We got stuff to do. A lot of today is probably going to be exploring the chasm. I'm thinking of spending like the first hour maybe just kind of going around doing some Achievo stuffs. Potentially. Interesting random novels based on Disney films? Do tell. I'm curious. Like, are these fan fictions or what exactly? Yeah, such as one where Surgeon Brother wasn't found with the glass slipper. Interesting. Are they any good? I mean, it sounds interesting, like what if scenarios. I'm not gonna lie, I've been very much in the mood to like kill this lady right now. I've been very much in the mood of like wanting to get back into writing. Like we talked about like the idea board that I had, and like people recommending that I write a light novel and maybe get it monetized, which would be good. It would be some good extra income, that's for sure. But I haven't found like a big will to write lately, but like I don't know what happened yesterday, but I was in like the mood to just like the 2 hours I woke up, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get shit done writing wise, and I just didn't. But I had ideas that I wanted to do pretty darn good. They are official. Oh, what happens if Belle freed the beast just before the French Revolution? Give Jafar the lamp rather than keeping it. Interesting. That sounds cool. Yo, after long last, Ayato hitting level 90? What? Finally. Perilous Trails. Let's go. Finally got what I needed there.
I'll scout ahead.
Oh, I still need artifacts for this dude? Oh shit, okay. Need artifacts for Yalan. I mean, I could just kind of level up some artifacts for some characters right now if I really wanted to. Jenna. Eula. Man, Eula's got one thing that's not maxed. That's hilarious. Oops. As a matter of fact, it might actually be beneficial if I explore Economia right now. That actually might be the play. Excuse me. That was weird. Not playing right now, is it? No. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? Sweet. Eula's max. What other characters do I want to use? Do I want to use you? You're already maxed, so it doesn't matter. Kokomi should be maxed. I want to max out Hu Tao. That's the big one. Like, I've been using kind of the same few characters this entire time I've been playing this game. I'm hoping to, like, now that I'm back into the swing of things, like, I'm ready to start getting things maxed again. It'll be nice. It'll be nice. Also, I just realized, since I don't work exactly on Monday, I don't work a lot next week, I can actually get through a lot of the stuff that I want to get through this week. So we will be doing that. How much? Do I have 17 billion? Is that what it is? I do have 17 billion. 17 million Mora. That's kind of hilarious. Like, I don't even need to do that many ley lines right now. We can check some 4 stars. I did want to use Rosaria. Ooh, they want her to have crit rate? Alright. Do I have a crit rate helm that also increases crit damage and such? We put links in the Discord. Ooh, I shall check them out when I get the chance. Let me see. Crit rate, crit damage, pretty good. I'm looking for I'm looking for crit rate and crit damage. Crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge. I'm gonna lock that one for now. If there's anything else. Not exactly. What about this? Interesting. Cryo damage bonus. And what exactly are you using? You are using Wanderer's Troop. So your 4-piece is all this. Oh, shit. Well, can I find cryo around here? Is there a good cryo damage bonus? I think I got rid of most of them, if I'm being honest. Which, you know, not my smartest move. Cryo. Well, this is cryo damage. Attack percent, energy recharge. I mean, it's better than... Where was that? This one? I mean, this is, I think, reasonably better. If I get like a crit bonus, whether it's crit rate or crit, that would be worth it. Ooh, that's actually fine. We can do this for right now. And then move things accordingly. Because Rosaria is another character that I do actually want to use quite a bit. You know, I also realized I'm facing the wrong direction. Webcam, you're supposed to be facing flip horizontal, this way. 'Cause that way it looks like I'm looking at the game. I feel like it's just better if I just always look like I'm looking at the game compared to anything else. Cryo damage. Yeah, you really don't have the best of what you got, Rosaria. I might have to redo her artifacts. I might just go through it one day and just kind of like redo everyone's artifacts. Artifacts are kind of like the big thing that's just unfortunately going to take a lot of time. I'm not good with builds in games. I've talked about this before, but I'll say it again. I'm really, really bad when it comes to making my own builds in these games. So I have to take information from others. Talents. It's like telling me, oh, Rights of Termination should be your first level up, and then go from there. Nightwalk. There's a lot to do. There is definitely a lot. All right. What else should, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what else I should do. You know what? Like I said, for the first hour, we're just gonna kind of see if we can do achievements and everything, so why not do those? So I've actually dodged an entire round of Bayfell Vajara's destructive waves, which was harder than I thought. So let's kind of see what we can do. So, defeat the Bathismal Shepherd. Obtain at least 3 healing orbs fired from the water droplets during the hydrohypostasis fight. Stop the hydrohypostasis from reviving itself without destroying any of the water droplets by placing obstacles or repelling them. What? By placing obstacles or repelling them? Well, what would repel them? trying to think of like any character that would repel. Like, I guess it
Ready
would
for
have to
anything.
be Jean. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Jean, Kaya.
I'm looking forward to this.
Obstacles.
Sure.
Zhongli. Like, that's all I'm thinking is how this works. Let's we'll give it a try. We can definitely get the healing orbs, but I am not so sure about everything else. But hey, goal is gonna be getting some of the achievements done this stream, so that'll be nice. I should also Wonders of the World. So Wonders of the World are kind of like the big achievements that I gotta do. Those have been the ones that really have just been taking a lot of time. But I gotta check something. Check quick. How many ubiquity net? Is there maximum? No. You have to capture 100 animals with that. With that net. So I kind of want to just equip it and just see what I can capture. Alright, so the healing orbs are not that hard. The blocking might? We'll have to see. Hello. Because here's how it goes. This fucker over here can die. There's that healing orb. There's two. Oops. There's three. That was not that hard. It's been a while since I, you know what? I can kill you now. Die, motherfucker. Oh shit. I think it's just gonna have to be Zhongli, switch to Kaya to freeze. And I don't know what else from there. Also, I think this is the longest this thing's ever lasted. It's just keep moving forward, right?
Next on the
Poor Ganyu. Okay. Where?
This is order.
Fuck. That's actually hard.
wind.
That
Hear
is
me.
actually hella hard. That was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. I got the dandelion breeze. I forgot about that. Ow! Rude! God, these things are rude. Here's my next question.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Frozen. Frozen. Move back. Oh, you died. So repelling just kind of sucks. Okay, so repelling's not, well, I guess repelling kind of works, but it's not exactly what we were hoping for. So there's probably a better way. Somebody's figured it out. Defeat a thunder manifestation without being hit by its homing thunder cage attack. Get locked on by the thunder manifestation before you can attack it.
Should we really be off work?
What? Isn't that just start the fight? I feel like that's just start the fight.
Who's our target this time?
Very well. I shall put my official duties to one side for the moment.
I'll watch your...
Uh-oh. Whoops. I need Ganyu. Ganyu's actually hella important for another reason of this fight, because there is another achievement.
Time to begin.
But it's not terrible. Hello. Let's see if I can do this. Hello. Can you do your thing? Something tells me that I've done this wrong already. Alright, fine. I'm just gonna fight you.
We're way behind schedule.
There we go. Hello, you're gonna do your thing.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, I forgot how much you hit and how much you do. That hurts. You're mean. There we go. Ow!
We're way behind schedule.
Dick. Yeah, there is actually another achievement associated with this dude. It's actually not difficult. I've just missed it every single time I've done it.
I can
Excuse
fix
me.
Lapis.
Fuck.
I am sorry.
Alright, well, he'll be revived. Yolan's about to die. Wow. That was incredible. Okay. You just do some quick damage. So that flying move is actually the key. Wow, dick move, bro.
We're way behind schedule.
Alright, I should be fine. I need you to... Okay. Got it! That's gotta be it, right? Yeah, while it's in flight. Thunderfall. And we got electric escape, which means we did it without being hit by the thunder cage. Yeah, I knew that was an achievement that I've been trying to get, and I've been failing it spectacularly. So sweet. Alright. Let's see what else we can do right now. We've already done Senora this week, so we can't do that. The Thismal Bishop herd without allowing them to dive into the water. That's just killing both of them pretty much at the same time. That's not that hard, actually. That's an Economia. I'll figure out how to do the other ones in a bit. We'll actually probably just do this mission.
Next
And
on
then
the
after,
agenda.
or this achievement, and then after this achievement, we'll go back to the hydrohypostasis. Because the whole thing is you just have to kill them both at the same time. That's what this mission is. Excuse me. It's actually not that hard to defeat both of them at the same time. Yeah. It's funny because we've actually done this exact thing before.
Next on the agenda.
Big key is we just want to defeat this guy first up here. Because then they're going to do the spin move, and then after the spin move, we can actually kill both of them at the same time. Excuse me. Don't do your circle of happiness. Or sadness, one of the two. But yeah, if you've done the other economy event, like,
I'm a little
this
low
is
on energy.
pretty much the same thing. Swimming prohibited. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Don't entirely need what those are giving me, but that's fine. Alright, 39 out of that, so we can just kind of wait a little bit. But let's kind of see what other achievements we can do in the meantime. I do want to get the Omni Ubiquity nets. I'm going to need to grab more of. So I need to go buy them from, it's this girl over here. You can only buy 5 per week. So to get to 100, it's a little difficult. But that is fine. We're just gonna pretty much whatever random animal we see, we'll just grab. Just to like add to our totals. Nothing too crazy. Fishing is another set of achievements that we gotta do, but I'm gonna worry about those later. We'll just grab a bunch of kitsunes, which is funny because Kitathi, kitsune. It's funny, I swear. You know what? I actually also want to go to our Serenity pot because I think our flowers are done. Ooh, there is a new set of achievements. I just saw them. Actually, are they on here? Yeah, activate 10 tunes on the Serenity pot using the Euphoria Unbound, which is
This
something
realm is
here. So let's just grab what we need. And then I need to go to Realm Depot. I'm guessing that it's Riches of the Realm. Yeah. Grab these. Now, at one point, I do want to make this actually look nice, but
next
for the
on
time
agenda.
being, I've heard that they may have increased the limit. I think somebody ended up telling me that they did increase the limit of where they could put stuff. So let's give that a test, shall we? Let's see. Let's go to... we're looking for... Area Unbound. Which is this. Yep, we've reached our placement limit, so nope. Still not. For the game Polybridge, I have. What about it? On CD, access the... Oh, it's on cooldown. I was like, what?
We're way behind schedule.
Why is it on cooldown? So I'm gonna get rid of one of these. Ah, that's okay. Yeah, so it's this thing. Save, leave. All right, so there's. We're gonna have to find those freaking crystals. That's fine actually. So yeah, the radiant spin crystals, they're just randomly located. Not really randomly, but they are located around the world. So we can try to find those right now. So let's see. So we can just kind of go in order from what we got. So let's see. We're gonna go to Mondstadt, and we're gonna go to the Dawn Winery first. There's 72 of them that exist. So let's go see if we can grab them. So another Twitch streamer was playing it and kept letting cars run to a bridge and destroy it. That's typically how Polybridge streams go. So here's the thing. Most creators who play Polybridge probably are just making like, oh, how can we get the cars to crash in spectacular ways? Ha ha ha. And what I recommend, if you check out Aliens Rock's series of Polybridge, because he did both 1 and 2, he's actually like master at crafting those bridges. Like he crafts some very intricate designs, very, very well done. And it was just, I watch it like every now and again. It's so good. So, ever watched the Owl House? People have mentioned the Owl House. I've never watched it myself, and I could not be bothered to remember what exactly it is. Cheese mentions it quite a bit.
Next on the agenda.
So I'm just like, okay. I think he mentioned that there was like a meme or something
We're way behind
from
schedule.
Owl House that he just wanted to show me. I was like, okay. Dain Dawn Winery, obviously because past my nephew. No worries. Take it easy. Have a wonderful rest of your night. All right, let's see. What's this one? This is Radiant Spin Crystal 19. Not exactly what we're looking for. So we're looking for. Let's see. We want to see if we can. Well, hold on. I just want to make sure. Are these all in order? 1947. Yes, they are. Okay. Oh, there it is. So this should be number 1. Yes. Okay. And then number 3. Number 3 is in here. Sweet. So those are the few that we can get. Now there is a dude. What the hell? What's this dude's name? Oh my lord and Jeebus. You can't be serious. The dude I've ignored all of my life? I've been ignoring this dude for years.
We're way behind schedule.
I've been ignoring this single dude for ages.
Next on the agenda.
Go talk to Chubby over here. Like I said, I do plan on actually working on this to make it look nice. I'm just not interested right now.
The
What'll
one
do?
before you.
What do you sell? You have 2 spin crystals by random. Got it. Good to know. Alright. So we're gonna have to check him constantly. Let's see. Once again, we're gonna go until an hour. Once we get to an hour, that means we can,
Next on the agenda.
we'll focus on the Chasm stuff. Alright, so next is number 4. Oh, there's another one over there, so let's go grab this one. That's number 16, okay.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
And then there's some boxes over here that has another one. Let's go. So there's number 4. Let's see where else we're looking for. 11, 14, and 15. It's another one. Where is this one? Oh my lord. Alright, some of these locations are a little crazy, I'm gonna be honest here. But hey, we're doing things in the name of achievement hunting, so that's fine. This one's up here. So that is number 11. Number 14 is actually in a very obvious place, but we never really see this place, if that makes sense. So what I mean by that is we've been to this Favonius Cathedral so often. Like we always end up here somehow, doing the things that we need to do.
Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule.
But it's right there. Just straight chillin'. Number 14, awesome. Number 15, we actually did pass. If we look down here, there it is right there on top of the Favonius headquarters. Should be number 15. Yes, it is. All right. We did get number 16. That's right. We did get number 19. So now we got 24, 26, 27, and 28. Some of them are in Wangshanin and some of them are in Liwa Harbor. So let's go take a look. 24. Got 10 minutes before we go back to Chasm fun times. So I do also want to mention Spices from the Rest is ending, and I'm not gonna really do the companionship experience stuff. Just because like it doesn't super appeal to me, but you know, if that's your cup of tea, feel free. If we head all the way up here, is another one. That should be 24. Yep, Radiant Stupid Crystal number 24. Next one. We go back over here.
Next on the agenda.
I thought there's a lot of people who've just like endlessly explored and found these. Pretty darn cool.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Apparently somewhere in here is it. somewhere. There it is. Number 26. Nice. And this, I believe, is all music from the game. Now the thing is, a lot of these have to be purchased from Chubby, the traveling salesman
Next on the agenda.
in Genshin. I'm gonna be like, if there's people who have Genshin who are online, I may just be like, yo, can I like swing by and do stuff? Like, that would be cool. So that way I can, excuse me, grab what I need. Hello. Down here, somewhere right below me is the next one. I like looking for these. These are cool. There is a quest. Why do you have a quest? What's going on here? This parameter and this one. Mr. Garcia? No, almost. Wait, no. Fascinating. How fascinating. Mr. Garcia? Lutong, my good Lutong. Have you helped me order that dish? Yes, the veggie soup has been ordered, sir. Wonderful. How considerate of you, dear Lutong. I'm sure that we shall have our processing formula this time. I'm looking forward to it, sir. And what are they talking about? What's a processing formula anyway? Let's go ask them. That's true. Maybe they're researching some kind of new dish, you know, one that we could try. Talk to Garcia. Hello, I want to talk to you about things. Sir, I believe it might be worth mentioning that if we take today into account, we now have eaten radish veggie soup for 6 full days. Our dire financial straits notwithstanding, I believe that our gastrointestinal circumstances are not to be ignored. And right you are, my dear Lutong, sharp as ever, if I do say so myself. It may be due to these gastrointestinal issues that we have been unable to ascertain the flavor of this dish. We require a witness, Lutong. We must find ourselves a third party. You flatter me, sir, but I believe that my point was... excuse me, but what are you doing? Ah, and here comes our witnesses now. And there's more than one, to be sure. Wonderful. Yeah, what witnesses? You mean us? Indeed. Pray tell, have you ever had radish veggie soup? Are you familiar with its flavor and how it's made? Sir, I believe that we must at least apprise them of the whys and wherefores of the situation. Of course, we know it well. Volokha knows how to make it too. Paimon, we should really hear what this is all about first. Great, yes. Allow me to explain this commission. I hope you shall be amenable to it. I am Lutong, and this is Garcia, my boss, who hails from Fontaine. Mr. Garcia is currently developing I believe he calls it the numbering machine. More specifically, it is a tool that will allow people to perform various calculations. Is that about right, sir? As precise can be, my dear Lutong. The number machine's functions are just so. A concise answer indeed. Yes, conciseness. We must be concise. The transformer's far too complex. Wait, but what does that have to do with radish veggie soup? I think this question will be best answered by you, Mr. Garcia. But how should we simplify it? Oh, right, yes. Allow me to explain. Let us begin with the most elementary matters. Are you familiar with formulae? Not exactly. I'm not entirely familiar with what you mean, either. Alright, that's alright. You may consider formulae to be, an equation that is used to express the relationship between various quantities, and which possesses a certain general applicability. What? Sounds impressive. Simply put, we intend to use the numbering machine to attempt to write a recipe formula for radish veggie soup. Mr. Garcia believes that as long as we obtain the right formula, we can convert the method of making radish veggie soup into a sort of general procedure. An idiot-proof procedure, if you will. As long as this procedure is followed, anyone can produce delicious radish veggie soup. That sounds pretty good, but couldn't you just have asked somebody to teach you how to make the dish directly? Unfortunately, such a method is too greatly predicted upon natural talent. For people like Mr. Garcia and I, who lack any culinary predisposition at all, it is unlikely that we would be able to grasp the essence of any lessons that any chef, no matter how patient, might teach us. In fact, I believe that Mr. Yangshao of this very inn has experienced this firsthand. So do you need your help to calculate this formula? No, certainly not. I would never trouble you with excessively in such a way. Precisely, we would like to serve as our neutral for third party. Simply put, we need you to try the radish veggie soup that Mr. Garcia makes according to the formula and give comments. So we're here to be taste testers for some good grub then, and would be putting it a little bit mildly. Oh, we'll be fine. Anyway, Paimon's never eaten radish veggie soup made according to some formula before. Let's give it a go. It's settled then. In which case, let us adjourn to the kitchen. Mr. Yangshao has kindly allowed us to use it. Mr. Garcia, sir, shall we proceed with the same steps for this experiment as before? Oh, right. Sorry, I was just a little distracted. Too many unruly parameters floating around in my head, you know. But yes, let us go with our previous 3-step process. Okay. So these guys are simply just trying to make food.
I've heard.
Sneaky.
We're way behind schedule.
I know we're way behind schedule, but you gotta give me a break. Cut me some slack. Let's begin, Lutong, with 10% less of each ingredient this time. Alright then, step 1, begin cooking. Yes, sir. First the water. Careful there. With the speed at which the water is poured is most important. Next, we add the ingredients. First in go the radishes. Oh, you know, this looks more like an alchemy experiment than cooking. Will dishes made this way really turn out alright? And is done. Radish veggie soup. One process went smoothly, sir. Indeed, let's give this a try, traveler. You're welcome to have seconds if you too wish. Let's begin. Thanks. This tastes like... So I suspect that these radishes must be cooked for a while longer. How did the mince turn out like this? I'm sure that I had calculated its optimal cooking time. I think I'll wait for a while. The flavor of the soup is actually worse than what was made in our previous attempt. I fully concur with your position, sir. These guys are terrible cooks. They're like me. Alright, step 2, feedback. I say the formula must be missing one parameter or another, or our calculations are still imprecise. I must adjust the machine's algorithm. Lutong, have you recorded all the data from this cooking session? They have all been recorded, sir. Excellent, we are one step closer to success then. In that case, on to step 3, requesting that a chef demonstrate the cooking process once more. You know that Yang Xiao's over there, right? I think letting us use his kitchen was as far as he would give ground. I fear that you're the only one we can count on to help make this radish veggie soup, traveler. Okay. Yo. Supposed to know him executive. Was there more that forked up or we're taking up complaints to the boss a long time ago? You're good, Yang Zhao, you're good. Alright. So you wanted me to make some radish veggie soup. Sure. We just wait the ample amount of time and now it's perfect. There. That's the wrong button. Yes, I am skilled. I have 50. Jeez, I didn't realize that much. Everyone carries the dishes downstairs. The flavor is mighty fine indeed, but I must say that it tastes entirely different from the radish veggie soup that Mr. Zhang Zhao makes. Pardon my curiosity, but how did you make this dish? What were the exact amounts of ingredients? What seasonings did you use and how? I would appreciate it if you weren't up in my face, bro. Ah, yes, my apologies. Still, I would like to know how you made that dish. In detail, please. You never know how the inspiration might come. I see. Yeah, we told him how to make radish. It's radish and mint. There are truly too many variables involving deciding the flavor of a single dish. Much computation is needed to refine our calculations. I'll need to improve my numbering machine to allow for more computations. I can only hope that I can find some inspiration in the Academia's library. Why do you want to create such a machine anyway? Good question, but before I answer that, permit me to ask you one first. Do you think that the numbering machine possesses thought? Does your machine possess thought? Sure, machines possess thought. Exactly. Please think on this question first, if you would. We can discuss this question when we next meet. As for now, I must organize some data first. Come, Lutong, we begin. Yes, sir. Ah, yes, please take these, good traveler. Please do not be upset with Mr. Garcia. This is just how he is. You two going to Sumeru? Indeed. Mr. Garcia wishes to read up on some sources at the Academia, and I've been hired to go with him. See, traveler, it would be wonderful if we should have the fortune to meet again in Sumeru, and I believe Mr. Garcia would be most glad as well. Okie dokie. Bye, I guess.
Next on the
I
agenda.
think I'm down here, because guess what? Boom! Radiant spin crystal. And we're headed at the hour mark, so now it's time for the meat and potatoes of our well shit, actually we have 40. Real quick. Let's go fight our hydrohypostasis friend here.
Sun's out.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. What is it called? The fraught return. How am I supposed to do this? What's the plan? What? So it's using the Geo Traveler. Doo-doo. Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's how you do it? That's kind of
When
funny.
did that happen?
So hold on, I gotta go to Liwa. And we need to switch to Geo. It would help if I was actually the traveler. Instead of Razor, you will be
This world.
Traveler. Resonate with Geo. Yeah. Do your thing. Been ages since we've been the Geo Traveler, but that's fine. We were just gonna go fight the boss. But apparently what you gotta do is you just need to use the elemental burst of the Geo Traveler, which I don't think I've ever actually seen. Because we're the Travelers so little. Like ridiculously little.
We're way behind schedule.
Yes, we are. Alright, let's fuck this dude up. Are we? Alright, that's fine. Let's see if I can actually beat this with just the Traveler. So that way I can get the burst. Kind of important.
Drop.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is gonna be slow because I don't think the Traveler is geared up at all. But that's fine. Come on. Do your little bits of damage, Geo Traveler. I believe in you. Just put this right here. Don't worry, we're making strides. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. I made it by a grok! It's a bit. Oh, excuse me. What are you doing up there? Please get down from there. Alright, are you maxed out? Jesus Christ, you're not. Can you come down? Hello? Can you get off my rock? Bro. Poor dude was stuck. What? It didn't go off. It didn't go off. No. Have I ever seen this move? I don't think this fight usually lasts this long. Oh, it's just doing this again. Motherfucker. Stop. Alright. So what I have to do, go right under it.
Starfall.
Right there. Should be good. Yeah, there we go. Let's go. The Fra return. That is gonna be the last time in a long time we will use the Geo Traveler. Wow, what a play.
We're going to hunt.
Congratulations, you just toyed with an enemy. Alright, now... Oops. Nope. Time to go to the underground mines. Been here before, we got stuff to do still. We got still a lot to explore and quests to do. So let's see where we're at. Navigate. So last time we did this, I need to switch items because I have to use the stone. Yeah, so we've already done quite a bit down here, all things considered. So now we're just kind of moving on to the next parts of this area. Oh, hello. Sir, why do I want to pay my dues?
You can't run from death. These things useful?
Where is this thing? Oh, it's all the way. It is up top. All right. I forgot we could just kind of use that to just blow those up. Oh, this is nice. Some barrels. Do not fall. That would be bad. It is right below me. At least we can clear some of this darkness. That's cool. Oh look, treasure hoarders. How's it going? Treasure hoarder buddies. Alright. It's up here, isn't it? No. Where is the key? 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 Is this the key? Ow. Wow, that is a weird place to hide a key. Open the door to the gunpowder storage, which is down there, and then we'll get a new map, probably. And that would be nice. Down we go. Open the thing. There's a lumen stone. Well, listen, we can destroy it now, so it does not matter. I also just realized it might be best if I switch to, man, freaking dendro slimes. Dendro slime? That's what I thought, dendro slime. Trying to be a dick. Also, since we're not doing anything crazy now, we can heal. Let's go, Kokami.
All is accounted for. Let's move out. Ta-da! Please here.
Sweet. And then this is the next stone. Put that off. Get the cannonballs.
Good for storage.
So now we can bring them back to camp, and hopefully we get a new map. Because we still got so much stuff to check for. Here's our buddy, this dude. We found the cannonballs. They're in perfect shape. How do the fuses look? Not great. They can't be used anymore. How did that happen? The fuses in here have all been designed such that they are activated by a catalytic reaction with Geo, but the anomalies down here in the mines must have affected them. The geocatalytic elements within the fuses have all turned into the strange inert blue crystals, so they're all useless. Well, that's not good. We weren't prepared for such strange going-ons. Well, there were definitely some words in there the Paimon didn't get at all. What happened to the cannonballs without the fuses? Oh, that's not a very bright question. Eh? Was that again? Paimon couldn't hear you. No, Katara, sorry. Nothing. I'm just saying that without your fuses, none of these cannonballs would explode even if you kicked them around like a ball. Because, well, the fuse is what makes the explosive material explode, you know? The fuse reacts with Geo, and then with the contents of the cannonball, and then boom, right? Yes, boom. But without their fuses, these cannonballs won't explode at all. Oh, it's gonna be tough. Aren't Geo reactions themselves inert? Aye, that's basic alchemical knowledge, that is. However, the potential energy within the elements can be quite hard to estimate. For example, if you were to pressurize geo-elemental particles such that they would be densely packed into a small vessel, an elemental reaction would generate significant explosive force all the same. And the ranks Paimon are the curious abilities used by people with geovisions. Huh, then where do they hide all the geo-elements they use? The principles work differently for elemental users. That's a completely separate matter to how the miners of Liyue made ad hoc fuses. You know, how does a treasure hoarder from Mondstadt like you know all this stuff better than people from Liyue? Want to guess? God, can we hit this guy already? Come on now, Paimon, sit. Hey, what about such your dog or something? Well, if you trust me, I can make a simple fuse here at the crafting bench. Hey, you know what? It's not that we don't trust you, but you are a treasure hoarder, and you're not a miner either. Who's to say you won't blow us all sky high? Even if Paimon does trust you, it's not like Volika would. Well, the job's all yours. Didn't Jikong say? Alright, stop explaining already. What's Paimon gonna do about you? I doubt he'd risk blowing himself sky high as well. If you ask Paimon, this is how all the bad guys in stories would want it to go. But since you say so, Paimon will listen to what she has to say. Go ahead. Not that hard, actually. Just that there's some minute risk involved, in case you're worried. We just need to get one vial of unmoving essential oil with double the usual intensity. Isn't it some kind of potion? Exactly, as I said earlier, the double density potion could also serve to catalyze an elemental explosion. I used this principle to collapse some tunnels during my time at the treasure. Sorry, never mind, I said that. It's fine, we don't really care about your hoarder days. If I might ask, how minute is the risk? Well, if an accidental explosion occurs, which it might, considering the unstable nature of concentrated essential oils, the explosion shouldn't be able to drastically alter any geological formations. That's a pretty small explosion then. That's fine. Paimon's not too worried. That said, any organic matter within the explosion radius might experience disintegration, breakage, leakage, separation, and no need for the jargon. I get it. Paimon didn't get it, but it sure sounds scary. Dive has set up a crafting bench back at the camp, but we can first attempt to follow the formula making the essential oils here. If you don't have enough materials in hand, you can find some other way to get the essential oil we need. We can continue from there. Please keep the formula with you. Just follow it and we'll be fine. In any case, please be careful when walking around with said oil. Shake it too much or drop it accidentally and there might be an explosive accident. Alright. Stop trying to scare us already. Alright. Gotta make 3 of these, which we easily have enough. Yep. We got it. We took care of it too. Here it is. 3 essential oils. Alright, that's it. Don't shake it. Steady now. Alright, looks like this will do. Now we just need to insert the fuse into the cannonball. The Tofo busies himself mounting the fuse onto the cannonball. Okay, that should do it. Be careful now. Don't bump that thing around everywhere or things might get lively in here. I'm back with a new map. Go on, have a look. Thanks for your trouble. Nice. That was nothing. I was just glad I was able to help. How are things on your end? Did you find the cannonballs? Hey, careful. That one's got a fuse in it already. If you move it around too much, we're all going to be done for. Hey, when did you start putting on airs? If you were the one holding the bomb, you'd sound pretty brave too, I'll bet. Is that a threat? Have you stopped hiding your true treasure hoarder colors already? Well, gonna blow us all up now? Come on, I've said this before. Bombs are indiscriminate. You go on like this, and I don't think it'll matter whether I want to blow you up or not. It's not like I could read your mind or something. Who knows what thoughts you're having in that mind of yours? You two love each other, just admit it. You treasure hoarders are all the same. Criminal minds with criminal mindsets. And now you even got a bomb with you. Great, huh? But what of that? If it was in your hands, you'd have blown us up 30 times by now. Just to clarify, what are you two, children? Cut it out already. Sorry, I just don't trust this treasure hoarder. That works for me. I can barely respect someone who jumps in every shadow she sees either. Are you two even listening? Okay. Alright, go ahead. I'm not asking you two to trust each other or anything, but I know Badit. You don't have to know what we were doing earlier. That's true. She wasn't around to see us working on that bomb after all. You shut it as well. But if you don't work together, we're going to get nowhere fast. Angry eyes. Just don't make me regret joining the exploration team. Thanks. Oh, Volika actually got mad. Let's just drop that argument already, okay? The two of you already put up walls before you could even talk. There's no way to properly communicate. Since we're all on the same exploration team, let's just talk nicely, okay? Just this once. Regardless, I'm going to operate the Mountainator. I'll go with you. I'll stay in the camp then. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to help, but I think Jinwoo needs my help more. I also got to thank her for taking me in, you know? It's fine. Since Volika said so, I trust you. Not that I didn't before, but... Alright, let's head off before we start arguing again. Jesus, you two should kiss. Oh, we can finally fight the Ruin guy. Let's go. Ruin Serpent can be fought. Cool. Read the signaling guide. Well, okay, so since this is the case, I actually want to go here first. What is this? Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna need a Kokomi.
Let's move out.
Excuse me. So... Oh, Mirror Maiden, excuse me, I don't want to deal with you right now. Like, we've already dealt with you once before, I don't need to deal with you again. But hey, as long as we get, like, the maps done, we can keep going, and then we could actually... Well, actually, we can't fight the Ruined Dude, because I don't have enough resin. Oh, that's unfortunate. If only I had enough resin. I mean, I have other resin, but I'm not using Primo Gems anymore. Once we hit 60, like, there is no reason to use Primo Gems anymore. We have our strong team, we can go from there. Just wanna sneak on through here. Geo Slime, get ready to die. Alright, this place looks mildly terrifying. Oh, we were here once before. I remember. Let's get rid of you. Give me some ore. Apparently there is a Sealy in here. There's also that. Excuse me. What's inside of you? Oh, the Sealy. Hello. I was like, I'm looking for a Sealy. And I found one. Go into your little stew. Nice.
Things useful?
Alright. Got this. So we got another teleport waypoint, and that's for the Ruin Driver, which we'll worry about in a bit. So we've never fought the Ruin Driver before. I'm gonna hold off on fighting it until later. Patal the Young. Excuse me. What are you doing, sir? Oh, while you're on this, you actually can't dodge. I just realized. Alright, what are you doing down here, buddy? Gloomy Statuette, Dark Statuette. Okay, Orb of the... what? Oh, okay. So those are new enemies of some kind. Also, just don't mind the fact that I have all these. I'm gonna hold on to those for now. Orb of the Blue Depths. Interesting. Well, let's see. So we got that one. As much as I would like to fight the Ruin Driver, like I said, I don't exactly have what is needed. There's a Sealy over there. Worry about later. Oh, it's you guys.
Allow me.
You guys actually exist in places other than Liwa, which is kind of incredible, I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me. No killing. Wow, you're running away. Get back here. So it's interesting that these guys are not just subjected to Liwa.
Useful?
Or sorry, to Inazuma. Kind of cool, actually. Alright, so we got another Sealy right here, and there should be 2 more Lumen stuffs. Don't worry, Sealy, I'll be right with you. Oh, hello. Nice to see that you're here.
Hold the line. Access denied.
I'm gonna need to fight the road driver a lot for Yelan, so. Gotcha. So much death. So much death. Get in there. Another chest.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
I'm gonna take a guess that this is up. I lied. It's down. That Sealy's found. This is found.
We're way behind schedule.
Right. And now there's just one more Sealy and another Lumen Spar up here that we will take advantage of. And recharge that. Yep, there's that. And then there's one more Sealy that should be also around here to the right. There it is. Nice. And this is actually really, really good, because this means that we pretty much have this entire top portion done when it comes to Lumen Spar, and it also when it comes to chests and everything. Ruin Driver or Diver we can take care of later. So interesting. I guess that explodes a wall.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Excuse me?
Fine, fine!
Is there something over here? No, this is just the other side, so this just connects back. Okay, cool. Alright, so that is that all taken care of, but now we still have, I mean, there's underground waterways. We have that area, but I think we're going to be going there story-wise anyway, so. Alright. See, lamppost, high frequency. Middle lamppost, low frequency. High lamppost, low frequency. What does this even mean? Okay. The high needs to be on the highest frequency, medium needs to be on the middle. Okay, hold on. Medium. That's a high frequency, okay. Excuse me. So this needs to be a middle frequency. That's high. Wait, I'm dumb. I totally forgot what it said. I think I just did them all backwards. Excuse me. Wait, do they all need to be low? I thought it said... No, low is high. Okay, low is high. Everything else is low. So that one over there is low right now. So we need to switch this. No. That's the person who added me the other day. And I don't know why they want to join. Not a reason to. Where's low one? Where's low buddy? Low buddy. Is that it over there? I think that must be it over there. Aha! You are not so strong anymore, pyro vine thing. There you go. Load the cannonball together. Friendship awaits. I just want to double check that actually is the same person. It is. But why? We should be able to load the cannonball now. Be careful, the fuse has already been mounted. If we had known that we had to do this, we should have just mounted the fuse here and load the cannon all at once. It's all water under the bridge now. Give me a hand over here, please. Use the great cannon to destroy the ceiling marks. Oh, it's that. I was like, wait a second. Not using current states. Align. Probably right there. Never mind. Down, please. Even lower. Boom. Easy. Look, we've done it. Awesome. Bullseye. Awesome, Jihong. Looks like that Klitofo doesn't know what he's talking about after all. Guess you blamed him unjustly. You mean you blamed him unjustly. Go apologize when you have the time. Yeah, you're right. I was too hasty. Everyone wonders what's up ahead. Oh, it's scary, but it's also exciting. Shall we continue onward? Yes, let's go. Maintain safe distance. So hold on. This is leading further into the unknown. Okay. So I think I want to explore the waterways then next. Should be this way. We got exploring to do. Stop it. I will remove you from my friends list, whoever you are.
Have a load of this. Cook this through.
No mercy.
I don't even, like, I understand if you're trying to, like, take other, like, materials from somebody's world or something. But I don't understand why you should go to my world for it
These
right now.
things useful?
There is an art. It says there's an artifact. What's in here? Anything of note? No? Okay. Over there. Please don't attack us. You guys are Fatui, though. What is going on? Why is there Fatui? What y'all doing? Anton, who are you? Oh, sorry to stop you if you're in a hurry. I'm Staff Sergeant Anton Melenkov, the acting CO of the 9th Company. Just call me Anton. They are Danila, Timur, Vedimir, and Romansky. He is not here. He's at the medical camp. Neither Romansky nor the medical remains. And Romansky didn't make it through the morning. Danila, how many times have I told you I'm in charge of the company now? Call me Staff Sergeant Anton. In charge of the company as a Staff Sergeant. Who do you think you are? Ever since the captain went missing, you've been acting like an important-looking CO. That's enough, Timur. Your growing stomach must have messed with your judgment. Calm down and preserve your energy. It's acting CO, Antoa. Acting CO my foot. Just for how long do we have to take orders from this fake CO who doesn't even know what he's doing? Hey, Timur, your brain must be intoxicated with hunger. I suggest you take a few punches to sober up. It's me, go ahead, come at me and I'll help sober you up too. Great, after running out of rations, we're also saying goodbye to our sanity and patience. Splendid, bringing every last ounce of energy we have here. An enlightened course of action. Silence. If you're reaching for a fight, then go down and fight the monsters that came from the black mud. And don't you forget to fight them with your growling stomach too. If we want to live and walk out of here alive, we must stick together. Don't make me repeat myself, okay? Alright, give me an if not us, then who on 3. 1, 2, 3. If not us, then who? Not us, then who? So my friend, you must have noticed that we're not very combat effective at present. There's been a small issue. If a small issue, we certainly talk like the captain. Since he's not here, I'm the acting commander. Now why don't you shut that clever mouth of yours? Sorry, my friend, we're in dire need of your help. Since when have we become friends? What do you want? Supplies, weapons, intel, and more? I'll be plenty of them. Take that all if you'd like, so long as you help us. Look, our beggar CO just took on the most humiliating job ever, losing the last ounce of dignity we have left with on our behalf. Knock it off already. Are you expecting to fill your tummy with bitter sarcasm? Join our ranks. Let our marching boots shake the earth like thunder. You, who will march with us toward the lister of the White Knight, come. We shall never abandon you. Oh, someone shut him up already. Although they're all bad guys, seeing them all famished certainly makes Paimon feel sorry for him. It shames me to admit this, but as you can see, we're no longer combat effective in the least. All we want is some food. And then we'll leave and never return, I promise you. On the honor of the Ninth Company, ancestors who defended the land of Shazaya. Oh, you poor thing. How famished, how pathetic. Enough of that. You're no better anyway. Anyway, there were 64 of us when we arrived. 64 in total. Now that there are only 4 starving souls left, what other purpose would we be capable of accomplishing? Oh, how'd you end up like this? That's not the topic for now. Without food, the last 4 left in the Ninth Company could be gone at any moment. Alright, let's build some trust here first, shall we? I'll say this. Whatever doubts you may have, the only purpose we have here is to investigate the source of the calamity in the chasm. What calamity? Paimon's seen no side of the chasm. The calamity that happened 500 years ago was only the beginning. The war against the dark has never stopped, and one of its battlefields is right beneath our feet. Seth started to see I was so hungry he started talking to some crazy stuff. He always likes to exaggerate, but this is the first time he's talked nonsense. Forget it. What Antoine means is, well, the people of Leeway are no enemy to us. At least not in this operation. Not to us here in the Ninth Company. But I'm not so sure how our comrades who went missing might perceive the matter. I'll help you on the count of humanity, but just this once. Thank you. We'll be forever grateful. Alright, so I just gotta bring you food. Please consider our request. Here's the food you wanted. Just give you some Sensetias then, maybe. What secrecy means? Also, you there. Give us the food. Wait, book up. Wait. Please assume there's no need to fight. Okay.
I will end you.
Born of ice and frost.
Let's end this quickly.
I can fix this.
No. Wow, I missed like so many times. Jesus. There we go.
Guess what? This is it.
I'm sorry, but there's a small issue with our chain of command. A small issue? We just betrayed our men by standing here as we watched someone else chase them off. What do you suggest we did? Let them beat us up and have our food snatched away? Zip them out for yours and shut up and focus on eating. Until I stop downplaying this, our chain of command has been wiped out. It's gone. Our captains or other high-ranking COs have either gone missing or got killed. It leaves us no other choice but to retreat. But many of our men refuse to do so. They'd rather hold on to what's left behind by our COs and fight to the last man standing. I'd say it's starved to the last man standing, according to the collaboration agreement. People up there are supposed to relay orders and supplies with food, but we haven't heard from them in a long time. We're loyal to the Fatui Lore and Harbingers, as we should be, but we're no fools. Anyone sensible would have long suggested that we retreat under such circumstances. What's your plan? I know that this isn't your concern. I won't stop you if you want to leave, but we're really out of our depth and could use your help. Now, what do you need me to do? I'm not supposed to tell you this, but there's a supply station near the ground level. All of our supplies go through there. We sometimes got orders there, too. We sent a few men up for food, but they haven't returned. I can't afford to risk another trip. No one has come down from the supply station for a long time either. I hope you can check the situation there for me. I'll help. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but we need to know what's happening on the ground. Otherwise, any decision we might make would be too rash. Okay, you're starting to confuse Paimon with all the convoluted talking. But look out for it when we pass by. Okay. Go to the supply station, look for clues. So that is... Oh, it's up there. Okay. Interesting. Meanwhile... Lumen Spar, and I think there's a Sealy below me. Yes, there is. Let's go grab this Lumen Spar first. Oh shit. I was not paying attention. I was like, oh, just go grab this. Oh, and that's that Sealy. There's also apparently another quest around here too, but we'll worry about that later. What the fuck are you? You're like a jellyfish of some kind. Are you a hydro? No. What the fuck did I just kill? Fungal spores. What? There's walking, talking mushroom people. Interesting. Get to your little Sealy house.
Empty chest. Good for storage.
There's a chest around here. There's also this. Excuse me. What are you doing? Why is this here? Okay. Am I supposed to be looking? I am. I'm supposed to be looking for things.
Let's move out.
Nope, stop. Excuse
Rest and
me.
rebuild.
Excuse me. Stop attacking me. This is rude. Alright, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. Are you guys immune? No. Even though you guys are water mushrooms, you guys are still like... Excuse me. No flying. Oh wait, that chest is that chest is good. Oh, sweet. Let's go swim over there. All right. Let's do this.
Empty chest. Good for
So, I need to go up. Somehow? Is there a jumping pad? There is. Hold on. Where do I jump to anyway? Just grab onto the wall and hope for the best, I guess? Sure, why not? Where else am I going? Apparently there's a quest around this, this tree. Is there... Do I have to go higher? I don't think so. Oh, okay. So there's a quest in the tree. It's just a little hidden. Because there's this little hole. And inside the hole is a house. He's crazy. Keating's been looking for his daughter's toy, but it's nowhere to be found. Let me go deeper into the mines and see if I can find it for him. It's itching my ears. It's so itchy like bugs in my ear. I just won't give me a rest. I'm going to run out of food soon. According to the voice, oh, is this mushroom really edible? On the fun page I can hear it. Hee hee, mushroom meat. Hee hee, mushroom meat. So delicious. Ha ha, mushroom meat. Okay. You suddenly whispering coming from behind you. Hee hee mushroom meat. Yo, hee hee, what are you doing here? Oh, this guy looks terrible. He just popped out without making a single noise. Maybe, probably not. Hee hee, why are you here? Have you run out of food as well? Are you Uncle Hee? Huh, youngster, what are you saying? Can't hear you. I'm asking if you are Uncle Hee. Oh yes, hee hee, that's me, hee hee. Are you also trapped here like me? Did you run out of food too? How unlucky. Hee hee, but no worries, I got some food here. You must be famished, hee hee. Now the topic's making Tom Bauman's tummy grumble. Mushroom meat looks very suspicious. Oh, you're right, he seems a bit cooked in the head. And what's with that strange complexion? Bauman bets it has to do with the mushroom meat. Mushroom meat, hee hee, yes, it's delicious. Here, would you like some? Aha, how do you like it? What's the matter? The mushroom meat is gone. You know what? Forget it. Let's go back to the camp now. I'm not going. I've run out of mushroom meat. Without it, I won't even have the strength to walk. I'm not going anywhere. No mushroom meat and no food anywhere else. With mushroom meat, I can go anywhere. And when can you find me some? Mushroom meat. Oh, hee hee, I know where it is. Let me find some for us. Let's fill our tummies and we'll have the strength to work. It should be around here. Well, Volika, I guess we can only do as he says. It seems to be the only option. Mushroom meat, hee hee, big mushroom meat. That sounds weird. Not for long-term consumption. Collect mushroom meat together with the dude. Okay. This guy's gone senile. Wants that mushroom meat. Which is just collecting the mushrooms. Sir, are you okay? Take a few more. Mushroom creatures. Not the mushroom creatures. Excuse me. I need you to fall down, please. There's no end. There's no end to them. Stop them. Alright, we're just killing these guys over and over again. He took the ball out of whoosh. Whoa, so strong. Hee hee, mushroom meat, mushroom meat. Ever since I started eating mushroom meat, my lower back pain left me and I got more strength, hee hee. It's like I've grown a few years younger. Mushroom creatures are more delicious than mushroom meat. The bigger the tastier, hee hee. Maybe the Uncle Hee got so strong from eating mushroom meat? Look, since it might grant us more power, why don't we give it a whirl? You sure it's more power that you're after, huh? Paimon just wants to see how it tastes. Alright, Paimon gets it. But back on topic, Uncle Hee should be fine following us back now, right? Mushroom meat, hee hee, yummy. Uncle Hee, let's go back to the camp together. Huh? Together? Sure, let's have mushroom meat together, hee hee. Air-dried mushroom meat can be stored for a long, long time. Fine means we're going back to the camp together. The damp? What? We got damp. Or what does it matter? I'm fine with it. Hee hee, now that I've eaten mushroom meat, damp or dry, I can go anywhere. Volka, let's bring Uncle Hee back to see Jinwoo. Good idea. However, I also have other things I need to do. So... this guy is fucking insane. Dude's lost all of his marbles, if he even had any. So apparently there's another thing around here. Oh shit, it is up higher. Shit, hold on. Land here. Because that leads to over here, so we want to get there, and then we also have this underground waterway too. Should be fine. Making progress, making progress. Aha, another Celia and another Lumen Stone. I'll take both. Perfect. Give me the shrooms. Shrooms are on fire. Another chest.
Empty chest. Good for storage.
I'm gonna take a guess that exploding this will... Yep, so now I've got a shortcut back. It's actually good that we're locking all these shortcuts. Believe it or not, I'm locking on it. What is going on over here? Geo? Okay. So We got some other stuff. Actually, this leads us to the other area, don't it? And the crowd goes wild!
Attaboy!
Beautiful
me.
treasures are a cause
too.
for great happiness.
What are you doing? Wait, what's this? Black Serpent Knight, Windcutter. They hit shielded characters.
Hold the
Interesting.
line.
Meanwhile, this dude,
Get back!
these guys are important for some reason. Excuse me, you can't. Can you come over here, please? Like, I can freeze y'all, but I need y'all to head on over here. Sir, your buddy is dead. Are you okay with this? You are really bad at this.
We're way behind schedule.
Okay. I don't know what these statues are for. Maybe it might be for other person. Deathly statuette. Probably for some things, I guess. So, we got a few of these done. What's this do? Please stop killing me.
Rest and reap for Rex Lapis.
Like, please stop killing me. That's not fun. I've not fought the Oceanid in so long, and I don't really want to fight the Oceanid again. Like, please don't. I don't like fighting the Oceanid.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Motherfucker. Alright. Smack. 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 Boom. There we go. Got the chest. So hold on. That means we did this time trial. We've done this. There is still that one right up there, which we can do shortly.
These things useful?
Here's a question. There's the recharge. Was like I knew there was a recharge somewhere around here. What do you want me to do? Okay. Wait, where? Holy shit, there's fish here. Okay. Didn't want a fish right there. Oh fuck, it's right there. Go, swim back! Swim back fast! There we go. Dude, there's fishing spots here too. Okay. Getcha. No, I don't want to fucking do that. Give me the fucking chest. You. Game's like, I want to be part of this. Okay, so this is done. Wait, what's this? Got so many of the purple doors here. There's that one. I don't think I can actually get to the next ones. Yeah, I don't think I can because I think I have to enter it from down here. So I think we're good. We can head back. Let's go do some of the other stuff. There's so much stuff in this chasm, man. Aye. Hey, Uncle He's not looking too hot. Mushroom meat, hee hee. A mushroom meal in my tummy. Small mushrooms, mushroom creatures, big mushrooms, hee hee. Uncle He, what happened to your face? I knew you were alive. To think that your family even invited me to your funeral. I refused to go, you know. Told them that nothing was certain yet without a body. Look at your face. It must have been tough for you, being trapped in the mine like that. But anyway, I'm glad that you're still alive. Being alive is good, yes. Living, breathing mushrooms are delicious, hee hee. Uncle He? He was like this when we found him. He wasn't quite all there, and he kept saying that he wanted to eat mushrooms. Mushrooms. The chasm is a dangerous place for ordinary people. Plants and fungi growing here could also be harmful to the human body. That's why Husin Hall had set strict rules against eating these things. But Uncle He's been trapped down here all these years with nothing else to eat. How am I supposed to face his family with him in this state? Do you know anyone who does research on mushrooms? Now that you mention it, Kid Ive might be able to help. After all, he's a scholar from Sumeru. He must have conducted some research on mushrooms. Please wait here, I'll bring him over to check up on Uncle He. Let's do some reconnaissance. Mushroom meat, mushroom meat. With how messed up Uncle He is, Parmon's really not sure if he can recover. If he goes back to his family like this, they'll still be pretty saddened. You can't just kidnap me while I'm halfway through my report, Jinwoo. I know you're in charge of the team's safety, but you can't just disturb my research like that. I'm seriously considering cutting your budget as I proposed. Never mind the budget. Please check on this man here. It's so itchy inside my ears, hee hee. Huh? Who is he? Why does he look like that? Did you find him, Volika? Seriously, how are you always able to stumble upon such peculiar events? Then how was he like this? How was he like when you found him? I tell Kadiv what happened to Uncle He. Kadiv performs a careful examination on him. He's fine, it's not a big deal. You know how he always complains about the itchiness in his ears? That's because the spores of the fungi have entered his ears. Although long-term consumption of this type of fungus, mushroom, does impair one's sanity, it doesn't hurt the body. So you're saying he can recover? Already cleared his body of the fungi and made some medication to treat his neurological disorder. He's very likely to recover if given ample rest. I see, then about the cost of the medicine. None of the ingredients are expensive. They're only worth a month's meals at Zumre kiosk. It's not a big deal. I'll figure out some way to repay you. No need to repay me. As a matter of fact, this incident gives me something new to write about in my report. Ever since I came across these peculiar mushrooms in the chasm, I've been curious about the long-term consequences of eating them, but I haven't found a willing assistant yet. Test subject is more the word, don't you think? They could say that, but we've studied these mushrooms and come to the conclusion that they won't cause any irreversible damage to either the body or the mind. But given how peculiar the chasm is, the environment here could be another reason for his symptoms. Anyway, just have him take the medicine and get some rest. He's very likely to recover even now. What a relief. I'll bring him up to the surface later. Once he's recovered, I'll bring him home and inform his friends as well. He's a veteran miner and an agile one too. He took very good care of the youngsters who were new in the mine. When he went missing a few years back, everyone wondered why Rex Lapis didn't protect him. A good man's life shouldn't have ended that way, they said. I'm sure his friends will be much more comforted by the news that he's back. True. Welcome back. Glad to hear that you're okay. Hope you come back. I would like to refine the adjuvants. It's now up to 6. No more mushroom meat for you, sir. No more mushroom meat. So where is this? So the depths are right over there, so that's where we want to go. So now we gotta go further in. Oh shit, I do have to go further in. So now we have to go through where the explosion was, which is down here. Let's see what we can find. But apparently there's a man named Dainsleif somewhere around here too. Also, I'm gonna just turn that up a little bit. Believe it or not, I'm walking on it. And this place is kind of huge, but I've been enjoying it thus far.
Things useful?
We're about to finish this earlier than freaking Economia. That's the funny part. Hello. I see that you're very angry. Excuse me. Ow.
Allow me.
Jerk. Aha, you're no longer a threat. I'll fuck you up. Ooh. What's this? So hold on. Wait, what? There's apparently something over here. I'm gonna go through there real quick and see if I can get it. That way I get like as many challenges done as we need to. Yeah, it's literally right over here. Alright, what do we got? Man, Ganya really makes that easy, huh?
Perhaps whoever left the...
Alright, nice. Now we go back down. So we finished that, and we did Uncle He's quest. It's nothing too crazy. Still got another hour.
We're way behind schedule.
There's still so much to do, so much to see. What's wrong with taking the back street?
Next on the agenda.
Apparently there is a Sealy down here too. Go say hi to the Sealy. There's those little rifts that we can't do anything about yet. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Some lemon spa. And yeah, no, this is a fucking gigantic place. Let me tell you what. It is insane.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for great happiness.
Another teleport. That looks fucking foreboding as shit down there. What the hell is that? Lumenstone only started springing up in the mushrooms within the chasm after the miners discovered this thing. This is definitely no coincidence. From the way it floats in its damaged state, it really does look like the fragments that Iris said existed on Dragonspire. And yeah, I'm talking about those floating fragments that you found earlier. Who knows, they might be inexorably attracted to unite with a larger fragment somewhere. Perhaps some nameless ancient civilization sleeps under our feet, just like the ancient catacombs on Dragonspine. What do you think? We'll only know if we go deeper. The changes to the geological structure of the chasm have been accelerating. The black substance that you've seen covering the rocks only started showing up everywhere recently. I can't be sure, but I think that these things are all related. The mud, the floating light, and this floating crystal fragment. Why would you think that? Well, that's because they all make me feel sort of queasy. It's like getting carsick on a carriage, or like you're losing your sense of direction on a ship in a storm. Yeah, really? Paimon feels alright. I don't feel so good. We could return to camp first. Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. I've had my fair share of bouts of vertigo and seasickness. I'll be okay. Don't push yourself, because I think maybe you don't have a vision. That's probably why. Yes, thanks. Anyway, have you noticed? There are 3 strange devices around this crystal thing. We should probably investigate them. What do you think? It's true. Oh, we've opened up a little bit more. So we've now seen... Well, I got this moving spar. I mean, we're making good progress. All things considered. However, we still have to do way more things to get this done. Take a look. So this is just like one small part of this. There's Lumen Spar around here. It's not like super big, anything. Like it looks a lot bigger than it actually is. That's the key. Let's see. We can start investigating these, I guess. Lumen Light. When they reach a certain level, it can activate Inspire to start doing something. We need to start. Yeah, we know about that. So we can just recharge.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, the flowing light at least. It fills up our gauge. That's good. We're under the crystal. Nothing's happening. I feel fine. Are you sure?
Yeah.
careful, you've never seen these monsters before. Trust me, we have. We have seen these monsters quite a bit. They look like the Enkanomiya monsters, but they're not. Yeah, don't risk your life if you don't need to. There's gotta be something up top of this. That's what it's thinking. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I was like, there's apparently something else around here. Excuse me. Whew, sneezing. Good to see that the Abyss is down here too. Just doing their thing.
Smell of treasure. Strange.
Excuse me, spider friend. There's either a telescope or a sniper rifle. Interesting.
Empty
This
chest.
chest.
Good for storage.
All right. It says that there's something else around here. Let's see if we can find it. Can we find what we're looking for? Can you feel the love tonight? Is it even higher? Well, there's a lumen spar over there. Wait, what's this one? Oh. Gotcha. I'm gonna destroy this. That's a pretty big thing. That's the wrong button combination. I just was like, I'm gonna do this button. It did not work. I would like my stuff back. Thank you. Alright, recharge. Let's go. So we activate this and beat the emerging monsters. That's not monsters, that's the Abyss. The Abyss is back. Doing Abyss things. Ah, good old Abyss. Like, it literally is just the Abyss. I don't know what we're too worried about.
Let's roll! Oh, coming through!
On the plus side, at least Ito is strong, so he can actually take care of these guys too.
Attaboy!
This is long overdue. Rest and rebuild.
You gonna just keep spinning? Alright. I know fire is kind of your weakness, but it will be fine. Excuse me. You can't be doing this.
The world will burn.
The crystal looks ominous. Who would have guessed? Oh, it exploded. And now it falls. And made a hole. That's a pretty big hole. And coughing. Phew, that's much better. The air, cough, suddenly got a whole lot clearer. The thing flew away and blasted a path open for us? Oh, you scared us. It's almost like you had a case of terminal acidity. Oh, don't you mean terminal lucidity? Oh yeah, sure. Just focus on Paimon and stuff. By the way, terminal lucidity is not used this way. Shouldn't we be more concerned about Jihakong? I'm fine. I was just suffering from maladjustment from a moment ago, so I might have looked pretty frightening. I'm fine now. Please don't worry. It's like how people might feel faint due to the thin air if they climb a very high mountain for the first time, or find it hard to breathe in deep waters. These are all small problems, things every good adventurer must overcome. No problem at all, really. Small problems, says the person who talks about them so dramatically. You get too close to the crystal all the same. Also, don't watch from so close when we're fighting. Just look at the state you're in already. I'll be fine, really. Don't you underestimate me. That's what adventurers should be like. They should walk with death and consider deadly peril a friend. They fear neither death nor danger. So it's nothing. This is nothing I can't handle. What are you even talking about? It's nothing. Please don't worry about me. Okay. Not a few paces away from where you nearly collapsed and you're talking nonsense again. That's right. We're talking about something different altogether. Stop being stubborn and go back to the surface to rest. No, please, listen to me. They're no different. They're the same thing. What just happened was just a small setback. I can overcome it for sure. The environment here is no harsher than that of the Mare Javari. Please don't laugh at me. But I don't think I'm much inferior to Stanley in adventures. Then ordinary people like me could do the same as those seasoned adventurers, just with some extra grit. That's what I believe. I'll persist no matter what. I'll do my best to not be a burden to you. Dots. Well, I'm gonna ask you a question. Earlier when you came into contact with that black, muddy, smelly stuff, did you feel uncomfortable like this too? Kinda. Wasn't that serious. I'm trying to downplay it. Give us a honest answer. Well, yes, but just like this time, I just need to tough it out, you know? There's nothing serious. This person has got to be the king of land of understatements. How can you be so sure that you won't be in mortal danger if exposed to it for too long? I feel better if you go back to camp and take a rest. I can't. This expedition just got exciting, you know? I don't want to slow us down. It's best that you go and tell everyone else what we found. That's right. Jinryu, Kadive, and the others still need you to guide them. If you run off by yourself into the depths, who's going to lead the way for them? Listen to us. Please go back and tell them. You can guide them and steer them clear of any hazardous areas. But... Let's rendezvous in the front later. Okay, I understand. Do be careful. I'll go back to the camp and guide them through a safe path clear of the dark mud as we go deeper into the chasm. Sorry I was being too stubborn. Hey, as long as you're alive, that's the important part. Better keep your promise and hold your horses and stay clear of dangerous places. Alright, I get it. I'll do as you say. That's the spirit. Vilica, let's head off. Okay. So now we've done that. Perils in the dark. Take the path that leads deeper. But we have other things to worry about. Including a date with a Dainsleif boyo, which we're not going to do today because that's a different quest entirely. So let me just see. This lemon spar has been found. So hold on. In the depths, an unexpected reunion. So that'll be later. But now we can go down. I'll make sure we grab this. So this one is as we are falling. This ruin. It's in the dark fog in front of you. Oh fuck. Razor's dead. Sorry, Razor Boyo.
It's a city?
Interesting.
A whole city that's floating in the air. Upside down?
That's not what I was expecting.
Just
Same.
look at this place. Doesn't it remind you of something?
Are you about to say Conria?
Wait, what was it again?
The defiled statue.
Yes, that's it! It's just like that. Just as strange, just as upside down, and just as spooky. In which case, maybe whatever's going on in the chasm really is connected to the Abyss Order. Oh, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Oh?
It's the Dainsleif boy. Dainsleif,
The
what up?
feeling is mutual. I certainly hadn't expected to meet you here either.
Long time no see, Dain. Wait, but how did you suddenly end up here in the chasm?
The chasm? So we're in the depths of the chasm, are we? Interesting. This is one place where I have never set foot before.
I mean, we have a lot of questions,
I
bro.
understand how
It's
you
been a
must
while.
feel. Last time we met suddenly and parted hastily. Now our paths cross again. Fate, it seems, owes you an explanation.
So tell me what you're
That
doing.
much should be self-explanatory.
True,
I came
Lord.
upon the
True.
trail of another Abyss Herald recently and began pursuing it. Unfortunately, I got as far as cornering him before he resorted to the same trick that they all do. I was hot on his heels when I followed him through the portal, but as usual, it was to no avail. It took me to the wrong place.
So you've had the same issues with this with people.
Correct.
Okay.
Based on my recent experiences, I can only conclude that the Abyss's portals are not simply pathways from point A to point B, but gateways to an entire network. Where they emerge on the other side is their choice. It can be anywhere within the network.
Sounds kinda similar to how teleport waypoints work.
In short, though I was right behind your twin last time when I entered that portal, the next moment that I realized where I was all alone, back in the ruins known as Storm Terror's lair.
Oh yeah, about that. Whatever happened to the Eye of the First Field Tiller?
It's in a safe
Yeah,
place.
that's there.
You can be sure that I will learn the truth of the Loom of Fate operation sooner than it could ever fall into the Abyss Order's hands.
Can you tell me who you really are?
So that title
The
is
Twilight
stuck in your
Sword?
memory. I by no means went out of my way to conceal it from you. It once stood for the glory of Canria, but now it is but a cruel joke. My curse to bear. Twilight Sword was my title as captain of the Royal Guards when I witnessed the destruction of my entire homeland firsthand. I believe my reluctance to raise it in conversation is quite justified.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sounds like your
That's fair.
brother was right.
So what's the history
We were
between you
travel
two?
partners. We both partook in a painful journey of searching for our fate. But regrettably, we did not make it to the journey's end together. Before you continue questioning me, I ought to warn you. If my suspicions regarding the portal network are correct, then the fact that there is a portal leading here tells us that the Abyss Order has their eyes on this location.
You mean the Abyss Order is plotting something here? Actually, Paimon and the Traveler suspected that too.
I mean that it's highly likely that even as we speak, the Abyss Order is watching our every move.
Don't say that! You're giving Paimon goosebumps.
Let's go and investigate then.
A wise choice. There appears to be light from a fire coming from near that rocky wall. Let's take a look.
Well, we'll do that next time. Because now Abyss Order stuff is happening. There's still a lot to explore and a lot to do.
Paimon coming in! Paimon!
Yeah, Paimon. But, damn. Yeah, there's a lot left to do. And there's hilichurls down here. Well, that's convenient. So we're like slowly making it through the chasm, and now we have multiple quests to worry about, which is rather funny. So we have, wow. So as you can see, we still have quite a bit of the chasm left to explore, but not only just that, we have Dainsleif's quest, and we have the Adventurers Guild quest. We still can't do the unexpected quest because we need to do Wherefore Did the Spirit Stone Descend, which I want to say is a Chasm Delvers quest. So we have a lot of quests to still do. There's still a lot. So what I'm going to do is, instead of continuing to explore, I'm gonna see if I can start wrapping up some other quests. So we have this to do. So we have to talk to Yanbo, this guy, which was a quest from ages ago. You're here, wonderful. I knew you'd be willing to help out. The treasure hoarder smugglers should be undertaking their transaction with the two in the large encampment in the east. They also set up 3 smaller camps along the way. According to the information provided by the contact, these are the cooking quarters to the southeast, the weapon stash further east, and the northeastern alchemy camp. If we're able to take these 3 camps by surprise, we should be able to cut off their supply line. Thanks to the previous incident with the Jade Chamber, we've had few patrols in this area, so they've had their fun so far. So much so that they've slackened their guard significantly. This is our chance to strike. It's just that our misunderstanding earlier has left us with only enough support to secure one encampment, but if you need it, we will assist all the same. Get the cooking quarters. Ready? Let's go. I should have had him take the farthest one, but that's fine. So far, because obviously, like, this is all 2.6 stuff that we're doing right now, because I didn't really play too much during when 2.6 was a thing. And that's not because, like, once again, I need to reiterate, it wasn't because I wasn't having, like, fun with the game or anything like that, it was just the fact that I wanted to play some other games at the time. And, you know, it's... I kind of hate the fact that I didn't get to see the, I didn't get to see it all the way through. You know? We literally hit AR 60, which I totally forgot to put in the title, so I probably should have put that. My bad. But no, we hit AR 60 and then, like, just stopped playing the game. Which is what it is. On the plus side, I don't have to worry about Primo Gems or anything anymore. That's like the good news. Because I'm not going to be using Primo Gems for anything other than Gacha. Which means I don't need to, like, spend too much money because I don't have to use it for resin or anything anymore.
Hunter becomes
So better. Excuse me. So I'm just I'm just glad.
Allow me! Covenant of the Deep!
Okay, that one hurt. It's showtime!
Still have things to do with that Searson mage. That's fine. Hey, what up, Catsy? How's it going? This guy is strong.
Just you wait. You're open. You're open.
I'm doing pretty good. Slept for most of today after I Press pulls out. The main treasure hoarder girl. Yeah, I slept most of today once I got home from work. So kind of missed quite a bit.
Rue the day.
Tread on the floor.
Two to go.
Listen here, buddy.
And cross.
This ain't gonna go well for you. I try not to sleep because I still have stuff I wanted to do, but it's fine.
Get back!
We good. That was amazing. Thanks for your aid. Right, here's your reward. Oh, Mora, when did you change your clothes? When you started fighting. I mean, it's not as important, but we didn't have to change our uniforms unless you ended up sending us flying again in the heat of battle. The Mill thanks you for your aid as always, and as per our contract, feel free to look around and see if there's anything that you need. Other than that, things are even pounded, of course. Congratulations on a job well done. I was thanks to you that things went quite so well. Of course, you were assisting the Millith. I mean, you were apprehending smugglers with the aid of the Millith. How could we ever put you in prison? What I mean to say is, as long as you don't take illegal shortcuts like these bandits, we won't come knocking at your door. That's not the kind of people we are. True, true. Back on top of people like you who can use elements really are a force to be reckoned with, regardless of whether you mean to do good or ill. A mission that we would have needed weeks, even months to accomplish was but child's play to you. If turned to evil, such abilities can produce outsized damage at a very small price. That's why I don't really rue the fact that I don't have a vision. I've seen people who dedicated their lives to seek superhuman power, only to become tools and puppets for others to use as they please. Do you think that was worth it? Those without vision-based powers make up the vast majority of humans, and those who can truly understand and protect them are similarly ordinary folk. As an ordinary person, I'm proud to be among those who could protect the many. Even if someday visions cease to be given out, even the Adepti who defended Leeway Harbor were to pass away, I will not abandon this post of mine. I'm sorry I spoke too much. I didn't mean to take up too much of your time, did I? Alright, we got checks to do and contraband to mark out, so I guess we'll cut the chit-chat short here. Once again, I'd like to thank you on behalf of our comrades. May the rest of your journey be smooth sailing. By the middle of the stands guard, evil shall never prevail. Good job. Well done.
Empty chest. Good for storage.
Oh, that's the Cup of Commons. It's one of the 6 ones. I want to figure out how to get into here. Can I switch to the Tevat map, please? Thank you. Domain. So how do I... You're not gonna tell me. Alright, cool. The Lost Valley Genshin. How the fuck do you get in here? Yo, Wild Quest, sell me out, bruh. Let's see what we got. Oh my lord, I'm stupid. Wow, I'm really dumb. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Let's delete that. Wow, I'm really dumb. Well, let's get this done. Ito, I'm gonna need to switch you for the traveler. Which, this is more of the traveler I've used today than I've used in the past year. So, that's fine. Also, how much time do we have left in Perilous Trials? 15 days. We will definitely make it to at least starting the event, but we're gonna really need to crunch time it when push comes to shove. That's a statue of the 7. Oh, it's not closer. So I think what I'm actually gonna do is get this open. So I just want to point out, I definitely looked at this like straight away and just didn't think about it, because Kit's a little dumb. Yeah, we're gonna take things off after this. So we gotta just put this right here, because that starts that. And then you open this chest.
I'll keep this close.
That's great. So there's that. So that was the first part. Oh. end up here or something.
Starball!
Apparently, you're supposed to use Geo on that to make them like resonate with each other. So what you're supposed to do is you put this right here, so it activates the thing, right? Geo to Geo. And then it's gonna hit our Geo thing, which in turn hits that. It's a smart thing, but apparently I just am dumb and didn't really piece it together. The Lost Valley. Is inside here is a mission, is a place. Which is for artifacts that we don't have. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about those just yet. Cool, but that is pretty much everything that I wanted to do. So, who's over there? It was Ito.
Step aside.
Yeah. So I think we actually made a lot of good progress overall today. Off the Lost Valley, use the blasting mechanism, find out he, help Yanbo, and this is watch it. Still so much left to do. Open 100 chests. We still have a lot of chests to find. We 12 open world mechanisms. We're almost there. We're there. Hands to the Mr. Novachon to its highest thing. Complete the exploration commission, which we are getting to. So, overall, Genshin-wise, it's good that we're making progress on everything. There's still, once again, a lot that I have to still do in this game, and I'm trying to get caught up with achievements and just doing everything that I possibly can. But we are,
Can't catch me.
you know, making good time, all things considered. Hello. Just want to see. Yeah, we're missing 8 quests here. So we need to get those done, and then I think Inazuma also has some quests. It's at the Kamisato Estate. So let's give this a look. Hello. How's my reputation? Missing 7? 7 quests, yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're also missing, like, exploration. Because there's exploration of Sarai, there's exploration of Watatsumi, and Surumi. Surumi actually has a lot of stuff that we need to do still. So there is still lots and lots to do, but I believe next time we play Genshin, which I think the next time we'll play Genshin is going to be, would it be tomorrow night? Potentially tomorrow night we'll probably play Genshin again. We should be doing more of the Chasm. We'll probably do Dainsleif's quest. Maybe focus entirely on Dainsleif's quest for the time being. We also need to fight the Rune Serpent so we can level up Yelan. I've never fought the Rune Serpent. I thought it was Rune Diver, but apparently it's Rune Serpent. So we'll have to fight that a few times, and we'll do some more achievements. So, once again, a reminder for Genshin streams. First hour is going to be pretty much achievement hunting and just kind of collectible gathering. And then we'll kind of dive into what the meat and potatoes of the stream is going to be, whether it's quests, hangout events, so on and so forth.
Don't underestimate the beetle.
Yeah.
They can be some of the toughest little guys around. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears, that's what. That's how it gets.
Alright, Ito. Ito is just insane. He is crazy. That's fine. Don't I? Oh, I thought I had a Cheeky Koshu on our side. Apparently not. Also, when it comes to this, it's just the... Yeah, it's just the bow. And then there's also another crown. Something to keep in mind, stuff to keep in mind. Also, how's friendship going with Ayato and Elon? Yeah, friendship's gonna be a little bit slow for the time being, but that is fine. So with that, I am gonna go... We're gonna go and... Got the new characters? Yeah. Didn't take too long to get Elon. Let us end this. Into rest mode. Gonna go